I be gone in a pinch. May I feel take away myself. May I feel take away myself. May I feel hide like a thief in the night. May I feel get out of sight. May I feel take away myself. Take away myself. I have to utilize I breathe. Show the eye a clean pair of heels. Through the door, take away ourselves. Ah, yeah, 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 yeah. Say no goodbye, girl, let me take me ourselves. Yeah, take me ourselves. No goodbye, girl, let me take me ourselves.
This is your very own sports, music, and lifestyle podcast with Flavius and Franco. Welcome.
Greetings, kings and queens. Welcome to another Real Stuff podcast. Today is Tuesday, and if it's Tuesday, somewhere in the United States, there's election going on. Yes, in the state of Florida, there is county elections where you can select your mayors, your commissioners, your school district superintendent, sheriff, etc., etc. So the list goes on and on. This is yours truly, Franco, along with...
Flavius, good morning, listeners. Good morning, Caribbean. All over the Caribbean, everywhere in the Caribbean, we are coming to you from the Real Stuff podcast.
Yeah.
Well, today in Jamaica, it's nomination day.
Also, see, big things going on worldwide, huh?
Yeah?
Nomination day. How your nomination day going to take place today again, as you said? Because yesterday I couldn't keep up much with what you guys were saying, but I'm fresh today, you know.
Mm-hmm. All that is happening today is that the candidates who will be contesting the September 3rd election 2 weeks time have to be officially nominated. Somebody has to come and say, I nominate this person. Pay some fees to do that. So that day is today.
Okay.
That day is today. So there's a lot of protocols that they have to follow. Normally what will happen is that the candidates will come with 5 million people behind them, and they come and after them go into the place and do the nomination. But today, I think the numbers have to be very small, and the people who are coming as the followers have to stop at a certain amount of distance from the nomination center. And they can't. And when that is done now, they will move from place to place and carry on. And they say they can't stop for more than 15 minutes in one place. Them trying to get the best of two worlds, basically. You get the whole jubilation, the whole celebration, but in a COVID time, You know?
Man.
So you have distances, smaller numbers. And you don't stay in one place too long together in a mass crowd.
Mm-hmm.
You stop, you talk, and you move again. Stop, talk, move again.
Mm-hmm.
And you divide the day into two. So one candidate will come at one time and the other candidate will come at another time. You have a span, like so the first one might come at 10 o'clock
Mm-hmm.
and the next come at 2 o'clock. So you don't have any meeting of the two sides.
Mm-hmm.
Because that will bring a more crowd. It usually bring violence and all that, but I think we have long past that now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But they still don't want the crowd. So let's see what will happen.
Mm-hmm.
I think the main TV stations will be on the ground covering and showing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I will soon be looking at that to see what is really happening there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, last night the government announced that a large part of Kingston and St. Andrew, which is the capital city and the metro area.
I was just coming to that. That's large part. That's a whole heap of parts.
Yeah, man, a large part, man. You know, Leeds, Flats, Avondale, Meadowbrook, Pembroke Hall, Patrick City. I mean, it's a huge piece. Go down to Harper Tree. It's a huge piece of Kingston. In fact, it's
all Constant Spring,
almost
right? Constant Spring, Barbican, Meadowbrook, Evandale, Delacree Park, Olympic Gardens, Waltham Gardens, Zadie Gardens, State Garden, Mullines Garden, Arlene Gardens, UN Den, the whole place.
I would say it's everywhere except downtown and Kingston East.
You remember you and I talk about this thing all the time, and I keep saying to you, Florida right now as it is the launch pad for the Caribbean. And when it leaves from Florida, it's heading to the Caribbean. I guess some people that say, Cho, Franco just run up his mouth because Franco want chat. But it's the same people them who are running from it here, from here, bringing it there.
Yeah, carrying it down here, yeah.
Yeah, they are carriers.
And what is happening now is that people like in St. Thomas who are under quarantine and say, so why those areas are not under quarantine? And the minister is explaining that although all those areas are involved, there are no great numbers. Now what he's saying, I don't necessarily believe him.
It's not great numbers.
No, that's what he's saying.
Okay.
There are one man here and a one girl there, and you know.
But it's scattered all over.
I don't really. I don't really believe that because for them to come out with a pronouncement like that, it must be more than a 1 year and a 2 year. It must be more. Must be more.
Yeah, but so, if you alright, so if you lock down Downey Park all the way back to this list that I'm looking at, if you lock down all of these places, it definitely means you stop production in all Half Tree, Constant Spring. You understand me? That means a business place, everything have to go close.
Yeah.
But the thing where amazed me when you guys started with the quarantine and the big cities and I was wondering why lock off so many places when you could have just easily quarantine the individuals them who basically have it. But I guess the discipline of the people them is have a lot to do with it too as well. Because people say Jamaicans are not the only one who are in discipline, you know. I want people to know that. Because people right here in the state of Florida is doing the same thing. You understand me? So
Yeah,
there's nothing.
seem to be doing the same thing too because Trinidad they have closed schools until 2021 officially.
There's
Trinidad
nothing
and
no
Guyana.
government can do for stop people. I'm telling you, there's nothing they can do because people are still going to be moving. There's nothing they can do.
Trinidad is back on the lockdown now, you know. And there will be no school for one whole semester.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be difficult. How do you do that?
What do you mean?
How do you keep the kids at home and the parents at work? They tried it for a few weeks or a few months, and the results were catastrophic.
You know the problem with all of these countries? They have the money to do what they need to do and they're not doing it. They're complaining about the economy. If the people sick, how the economy going to function? That's the thing I don't understand. How the economy going to function? Close down the country and clean up the place and put things in order.
Yeah.
And then you say, let us start back the transition of going back to work.
Mm-hmm.
But if you guys if them are go close, piece here so and piece there so and the next piece over there, so it don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. So all of this are foolishness.
I think they're confused.
Yeah, all of this are foolishness. Because you know school, but kids going to be at home. And at the same time, it's not like some of these kids are over 17 or, over 15 or over 13 where them can stay at home if the parents are at work. Some of them are toddlers. Some of them are just basic school, infant school, primary school kids.
And a lot of them apparently are getting pregnant.
You gotta do what other countries have done. And I find out the Western world, people in the Western world, including me and you, we are in discipline. We are not like the people them who live in Asia, where them say them are going to lock down and them are going to do this and them going to do that. They're in discipline.
Everybody follow orders, man.
Yeah, we are in discipline. We don't want to hear so we can't party. It's like a dead we dead.
Mm.
And that's not how it's supposed to be. I mean, it's for your health benefit. There are those who don't believe that there is a pandemic. It's just an hoax for people for putting what the government them for putting what they want. I don't want to talk about 5G no more.
I
don't want to talk about the 5G or sick people no more.
You can have 10G.
Oh my God. It's what it is, my friend. It's what it is. What we're going to talk about on Did You Know today? I know this Did You Know coming out of your head today.
Like I promised, we were going to keep up with the CARICOM institutions.
All right.
We have one we'll mention today.
So you have more CARICOM things?
Yeah, man, lots more.
All right. Well,
in fact,
go ahead when you're ready.
We have stuff that we didn't know existed. Because first one I'm looking at is the University of Guyana. I didn't know that was a CARICOM institution.
All right, let me give you music and you can come in. Let me give you music and you can come in, okay?
And holding your hand, feel like a tourist in my own homeland. In my own homeland.
Did You Know is brought to you courtesy of the event planner, Slowly Jamaica. Slowly Jamaica, working his way through the Caribbean. Take it away, Flavius.
Okay. Yes, University of Guyana. I did not know that this was a CARICOM institution. I know about the University of the West Indies. But here I'm told the University of Ghana was launched in October 1, 1963. From ascend to the University of Ghana, guy ordinance on April 18, 1963, by Governor Sir Ralph Gray.
I tell you what, do
Well,
what you do and let me put something in my cup, okay?
okay,
All right, do your thing.
yeah, man. By Governor Sir Ralph Gray, when it opened its doors on October 2, 1963, University of Guyana, UG, functioned as an evening institution with only 164 students enrolled for classes in three faculties: arts, natural science, and social sciences. Classes were held between 5:30 and 9:30 in the evening at the Government Technical Institute and Queen's College, where laboratory facilities could be shared. The Booker Group of companies provided 1,450 acres of land for a campus at Turkey End. The soil was turned by Prime Minister LFS Burnham on May 24, 1966. Construction work commenced on January 2, 1968, and the first building was declared open on February 24, 1970. A major physical rehabilitation and expansion program has since been completed, and several new buildings are now available, allowing for more classroom space, among other things. The New Building Society provided funding for the construction of a 40-room student hall of residence. This building was opened on May 27, 1994, and housing students from the outlying area of Guyana. A second hall of residence was constructed on campus by the Bimini Group of companies to house 44 students, while a third, the Dennis Living Halls of Residence, was built by university at good waging to accommodate an additional 46 students. When it commenced operation, the annual tuition fee at the university was $100, but this was abolished in 1974. In 1994-95 academic year, the university introduced a cost recovery program. Resident Guyanese students are now required to pay Guyanese $127,000 per annum, except for those pursuing studies in law, medicine, nursing, and tourism, where the fees are $300,000 to $500,000, or $251,000 and $158,000 respectively. So law will be $300,000, medicine $500,000, nursing $251,000, and tourism $158,000. The fees are higher for non-resident Guyanese and foreign students. Big monies. In 1975, participation in national service was made a requirement for a person wishing to pursue studies at the university. However, in 1994, a approval was given by the cabinet for the abolition of mandatory national service for students at tertiary level education institutions. In the 1993-94 academic year, the semester system was introduced in the Faculty of Education and Social Sciences. This system was introduced in the remaining faculties in 1994 to 1995. There was a current enrollment at 13 a.m. is approximately 5,000 students in the Faculty of Agriculture, Arts, Education, Health Sciences, Natural Sciences, Social Sciences, and Technology, pursuing more than 60 full-time undergraduate programs in accountancy, architect, agriculture, education, engineering, communication, environmental science, forestry, law, medicine, modern languages, chemistry, pharmacy, and social work, to name a few. There are also postgraduate programs. There are also postgraduate programs in the Faculty of Arts, Education, Natural Sciences, and Social Sciences. To do it, approximately 10,000 students have graduated and gone on to successful careers. From 2002 to 2003 academic year, the following programs have been added: degree in nursing and diploma in aeronautical engineer. Teen campus. In November 2000, University's second campus at Teen, Berbice, was opened, offering 2-year undergraduate certificate programs in education, diploma programs in accounting, marketing, public management, social work, English, and history, and a postgraduate in education. For the 2001-2002 academic year, the following programs were added: degree in agriculture, associate degree in general science, with option in biology, chemistry, mathematics, and physics, and a diploma in computer science. The current student population is 350. So that is the University of Guyana. Okay, we move quickly on to another institution, and this is the Caribbean Development Bank. The CDB is a regional financial institution which was established by an agreement signed on October 18, 1969 in Kingston, Jamaica, and entered into force on the 26th of January 1970. The bank came into existence for the purpose of contributing to the harmonious economic growth and development of the member countries in the Caribbean and promoting economic cooperation and integration among them, having special and urgent regard to the needs of the less developed members of the region of the agreement establishing the CDB. Canada Commonwealth Caribbean Conference. A recommendation was made after a Canada/Caribbean Commonwealth Caribbean Conference in 1966 that a study be conducted to investigate the possibility of establishing a financial institution to serve the Commonwealth Caribbean and territories. The report submitted by a team of experts in July 1967 recommended the establishment of a Caribbean Development Bank with an initial capital of $50 million. It's not saying what kind of dollars these were. As I would imagine in US dollars. This report was considered and accepted at a meeting of officials in Georgetown, Guyana, in August of the same year, and the committee formed to prepare the draft agreement and finalize the details for the bank establishment. This draft agreement was submitted in 1968 and adopted after meetings held at the ministerial level. A preparatory committee for the bank establishment was set up and a project director appointed. Assistance was received from the International Bank for Reconstruction and Development, the World Bank, the Inter-American Development Bank, the United Nations Development Bank program.
All of them in the Caribbean thing?
All of them support the Caribbean. They were part of the whole setup.
Okay.
It is the World Bank, the IDB, and the UNDP.
Mm-hmm.
The permanent headquarters of the bank is based in Wiley, St. Michael, Barbados. There are no other offices of the bank. The quarters serve all of the regional borrowing members countries with staff recruited from its members. So at the CDB, you have workers from all around the Caribbean. That's basically what that is saying. So that is up and running since that time, started in 1966. And I know it is running and it is very strong.
Okay.
Okay, let's look at another one. The Council of Legal Education. Didn't have a clue about this one. The Council of Legal Education was created by an agreement signed in 1971 by Barbados, Dominica, Grenada, Guyana, Jamaica, TNT, the University of the West Indies, and the University of Guyana. The council was established in order to provide training in the region rather than in Britain. So that we start taking matters in our own hands now. Training for lawyers wishing to practice in our region, in CARICOM. Its establishment came 1 year following that of the UWI Faculty of Law, which are departments on each of the university's three campuses then. The Council of Legal Education, CLE, is governed by a council which meets annually. This governing council comprises government, the judiciary, and the private bar. It is led by a chairman who is elected after 3 years and an executive committee which meets twice per year. The council operates 3 law schools in our region, the Norman Mandela Law School in Jamaica, the Hugh Wooding Law School in Trinidad, both established in 1973, and the Eugene Dupuff Law School in Barbados, in Bahamas, which was established in 1998. To be admitted to these law schools, persons must have first obtained a bachelor's degree in law, LLB. Non-UWI LLB graduates can be admitted to the law school if they are successful in the CLE's, that's the Council of Legal Education, annual entrance examination, which is held in July. But once a year they have this election for this examination for non-UWI students or graduates. Graduates from the University of the West Indies and the University of Guyana must then complete 2 years of study and practical training at one of 3 schools. At the end of the period, a professional legal education certificate is awarded by the CLE. Upon receiving the legal education certificate, an applicant is fully certified to practice in the English-speaking Caribbean. Persons who have obtained a legal education requirement elsewhere cannot be admitted to practice in our region unless they obtain the legal education certificate. However, any person who is professionally qualified in a common law, English-based jurisdiction may be admitted to any of the law schools, and on completion of a 6-month course may be awarded a legal education certificate, which I think is very good. Because when we migrate to these countries, most of these professional bodies require that Caribbean people pass some exam, to show that they understand the laws in that country. Okay, we move again to another one. Caribbean Community Administrative Tribunal, CCAT. The Caribbean Community Administrative Tribunal, CCAT, was established by the Conference of Heads of Government on the 27th February 2019 in St. Kitts, Nevis. The CCAT is an impartial and independent judicial body that provides staff members of the CARICOM Secretariat and institution subject to this CCAT's jurisdiction with a forum for the adjudication of an employment dispute. After exhausting the internal dispute resolution mechanism of their organization, staff members still aggrieved by the outcome will be able to appeal to the CCAT to settle their dispute. Very good. The CCAT is bounded by international principles of due process of law, and its decisions are required to be consistent with the principles of fundamental human rights and in accordance with international administrative law. In exception cases, judgments of CCAT can be appealed further to the review committee made up of 5 judges of the Caribbean Court of Justice after leave is granted by the review committee. The CCAT is composed of 5 judges who are appointed by the Regional Judicial and Legal Service Commission. So the CARICOM has really put everything in place. Really put everything in place.
True.
I like that very much. Okay. So that is another set of the CARICOM institutions that are in place now and working. And we're bringing them to you so you know of their existence. And if you want to interact with them, that you can.
We have to bring them in one by one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely. We need each of these bodies one by one to come and tell you.
Yeah, and I'm sure
precisely what they do.
Yeah, because I'm sure it was a question a while back when we had Ambassador David. I
Yes.
remember I guess I'd asked a question, something about the fishery.
Yeah, I think tomorrow we can speak a little more about the fishery, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm very impressed of all these areas, these institutions that CARICOM has put together.
And the question is, how many people from the Caribbean, especially from our country, Jamaica, knows about the function of these institutions? How many? So that's the answer. Yeah, that's the answer we're looking for.
My answer would be not many, because a lot of these institutions I've never heard of before. I mean, some of them that we know. Some of them are in the forefront, like Sedima, Cardi, CTO, Tourism Authority, Association. Some of these we do know. I hear about them doing things very often, but a lot of them we never heard about. Like the CDB is very popular and things like that. But when it comes down to CLE, never heard of that. The Council of Legal Education, and the Caribbean Community Administrative Tribunal. We never heard about that.
I'm sure.
And definitely never knew that University of Guyana was part of the whole thing.
What the education one name? CLE?
Yeah, this is the Council of Legal Education. This is the people who monitor our law schools or our legal training. And I'm very happy that everybody can just come and practice in the Caribbean. Because we can't go outside the Caribbean and practice. We have to do special things. Everybody cannot just come and pay some money and get admitted to our law school either. There are things that you have to follow, things you have to do. And I really like that. I really appreciate that. That we are upholding our standards. And what it is also saying for this one is that we decided to do these things ourselves instead of keep on working under the British. Just like one we can talk about tomorrow, which is CXC. That's one that we had cut off from Britain also, and set up our own to monitor and to create our own education system across the board.
Okay.
And I think that was great. I think was a great move, because we have to take control of ourselves. I mean, too long we have been written about, talked down to. Now we're taking matters in our own hands. We are creating our own institutions to facilitate education, transportation, agriculture, fisheries. All of these things we are put in place, and we have our experts leading these organizations. And that's another thing. Now we have a lot of experts. I guess some trained outside, some trained inside, but we are having them put what we think we need together. We couldn't go on just using up what it was given to us, what was left for us. So I am really hoping for the day when the whole Caribbean will revamp their constitutions and become an independent region with independent member states, not tied to any mother country. The only mother country we should be tied to right now is CARICOM. It's Caribbean. And we have gone a long way in that light, and I hope it just continues.
You think the Pharaohs them are gonna let we go so easy?
No, we have to actually take it.
Yeah, but I'm saying, do you think the Pharaohs are going to let us leave so easily? They always like to put up a fight, you know.
I know, because when we heard that we had the Caribbean Federation, sure, lots of us, like me, I definitely thought that was a good thing, and that came about from Caribbean minds, only to learn that it did not. The British had just created it for us and say, this is the way to go, to take a little pressure off themselves. And then somebody in the British, to my mind, went to sleep one night and had a dream, and say, a Caribbean Federation is a good thing for the Caribbean people, but it's very bad for us. So as quickly as they allowed us and they encouraged us to form a federation, they encourage the few leading countries to secede and defect. So they could, as the saying goes, they could get back to the divide and rule situation.
But isn't that issue a matter for the Jamaican heads of government and the people for put
you mean the Caribbean government? You mean the Caribbean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it would have nothing to do with the Queen. People should be able to,
It has everything to do with the Queen.
No, but I'm saying, when I remember once when I think it was when Portia was in office, and she wanted to go to the Republic, and she got a reply from Buckingham Palace saying that was an issue of the Jamaican head of state and the entire people of Jamaica for decide.
But you know what? But you know why? The reason is that if you become republic or you stay as regular independent under the Queen, it does not matter to Britain because Britain still controls you.
If we become a republic?
Because what we found out also, like Trinidad, is not really a republic. It's a republic within the Commonwealth. So the Queen is still in charge. You're still part of the Commonwealth. Like South Africa, India, all these countries are republics within the Commonwealth. So it's not like they are letting go. So
even then, so you were saying, even if Jamaica should decide, say, all right, we're going to become a republic, and then we're going to rewrite our constitution, we're going to elect a president and a prime minister together, whatever we want, it would never be a free republic. It would be a republic within the Commonwealth. That's what you're saying, right?
What I'm saying is you can cut the strings completely and become a real republic. Like Russia, one of these places. America, where you have no ties to Britain. Or you can fool yourself and say you are a republic because you don't have no spear into the Queen or whatever. But Britain has built in that facility in their structure to appease the citizenship and fool them. Let them believe that they are a republic when they are not. So you have a republic within the Commonwealth. So
we coming out of the Commonwealth. We coming out of the Commonwealth totally, what is
Yes,
this,
we can
what
go
we need to
public.
do? What would we have to do?
To my mind, we have to first we have to have the will first. We have to have the will, and we have to weigh the pros and cons. I mean, why we are in it any at all? Well, when we were born in it,
Yeah,
and
but if we have the will and everything, just say we have the will and everything, we want to leave because it's been on the table for years. Both PG mentioned it, Portia
no,
came
no,
and she mentioned
none
it
of
too.
them, none of them mention it. What they mention is discontinuing the Queen as head of state, and up to in this election now, that argument is being banded around.
No man, Portia
You
want it.
remove,
Portia want it.
remove, no, no, all they wanted was to remove the Queen as head of state.
Mm-hmm.
You put in a ceremonial president that has no powers. He will behave exactly like the governor general. So it's just semantics. It's not real because you're still part of the Caribbean. You're still under their rules,
All
and
right.
you still have. All right, for me to explain it even better, Trinidad is a republic, but the Trinidad highest court is still the Privy Council of England. So now you understand what I mean.
Yeah, so all I'm saying now, this is what I want to know. What will we have to do to totally out of the Commonwealth? That's all I'm asking.
Well, I guess you ask permission and you give your notice and you tear up the Constitution and you write a Jamaica Constitution that has nothing to do with the Commonwealth. And you become a Republic of Jamaica.
But
And you are no longer in the Commonwealth.
so you say we have to have these things in place first to present it then
Yes.
to the Queen and say this is what we want because we have this and we can do this and we can do that. And
I don't
once we
think we have
can,
to present to them, but I mean, to be,
then how we
we
gonna
have
come
been
out?
with them before.
How are we gonna come out of the Commonwealth? Are we have to sign off on something or we just say we're not in the Commonwealth? That's what I'm asking, How are we gonna come out of the Commonwealth?
I just told you, you have to rewrite your constitution and get a proper constitution that does not include Britain at all.
And I ask a question also, and them going to let we go just like that. The Queen going to say, all right, don't go on about the business.
They have no choice in the matter.
All right, you sure about that?
Yes, they have no choice in the matter. But we who have the choice will be saying, what benefits do we get from being a member of the Commonwealth? When we give that up, what will take its place? Will we still be close allies to Canada?
But Canada are part of the Commonwealth too.
That's what I'm saying. So what are we losing? What are we giving up? How is it benefiting us to be a full-fledged republic? You can now be a republic within the Commonwealth and you still get all the benefits of what the Commonwealth offers. Remember that a lot of these big countries, India, South Africa, Canada, are all part of the Commonwealth. Some of them are republics within the Commonwealth. Just like Trinidad and what we would be. But even for a short stop, we need to do immediately. Well, we need to get rid of the Queen as head, and we need to move from the Privy Council to probably CCJ or East Country of the Moon High Court or whatever.
You know what we need for do? We need to bring a constitution attorney on this program and find out the procedure and what is blocking all of this.
Yeah.
Because why other prime ministers who know it can be done like this, as well you mentioned it, and none of them has attempted to do
Yeah.
it. And so we can know why it never happened.
It's all about what are you giving up?
And maybe that's
And the next thing is, all of them want to go to a referendum, and all of them are still afraid to go to the referendum. The referendum is final, at least for that time. So if you go to a vote, and the people say no, they don't want to change, your goose is cooked. You have to bring the country to a state of mind that everybody wants to change. And I don't think any of these people are confident enough that they can pull it off.
I want
And that is at the low.
I want a constitution attorney from Jamaica on this
And
program.
the next big point is, what will we gain? What will we gain if we go that route? We know the independence route was trusted upon us, and we did no planning. But we have time and energy on all the bright people in the Caribbean to think about it properly and to plan properly, that we don't make another mistake.
Question: how many countries have you known from the Caribbean are not in the Commonwealth?
None.
All of them in the Commonwealth.
No, I mean we speak about the English-speaking Caribbean now. Because of course you have the other Caribbean countries like Cuba and the other French countries and all that, which are not part of the Commonwealth, not part of the British Commonwealth. They are probably part of a different Commonwealth.
Exactly.
But for the English-speaking Caribbean who was occupied by Britain, all of them are still in.
All right. And none of them budge. There has to be something.
The one that I know of, the one that I am sure of, who made the boldest step is Trinidad. I'm not sure if Ghana did. I'm not sure if Ghana did.
Trust me, there has to be a guillotine over them guys ahead. That's why none of them don't make their attempt. Has to be a guillotine over them head. Because that's why I say I want somebody who knows about the laws and the Constitution and the difference between the Republic in the Commonwealth.
Right now in Jamaica, it is ridiculous that if you want to see your leader, you have to get a visa. And if you have a case in court that you think the Jamaican court system cannot handle, and you refer to the Privy Council, which is our highest court, for us to get there to be part of the court proceedings, we have to get a visa.
Yeah, but remember, we are not like what Cayman Island, as we used to be back then.
No. Yeah, but we never used to.
We take one step away from the what you call it, the Queen's Council. So we need another step. So I think for every time, I think for every time, it's like you will leave your parents' house, and them say, all right, if you stay with me, this is where you get at a certain age. But if you leave before time, your money will cut in half. And you say, all right, but still want to leave because you're defiant. You don't want to stay. So you rather take the half of the money. So when you decide for you make that one step and you're out, and you realize the blood was on skirt. Me leave, but me get half of my money. And
but as you bring in money, that's a very good analogy, because probably the reason why we have stayed.
Yeah, but let me finish up a little bit. So you go and say, no, you know if you want to see your father, you can't just walk in him office like before when you did live at the house. You have to go through the
No.
criteria like everybody else.
Mhm.
You know, make an appointment for come see your own father because him
Yeah.
already turn against you because if you stay with him, this is where you'd reap. So at the same
No.
thing, the British
No,
man
no,
can
we
play
don't
upon
reach
we.
that, we don't reach that stage.
Oh, you mean?
Because no, the visa has nothing to do with that. The visa have more thing to do with how they think about us and whatever. Because
So hold on.
visa didn't come.
Hold on. Hold on. When did the visa
Hold on,
start? When the visa come in?
Not too long ago, a few years ago.
10 years ago?
So probably about that or less.
Yeah, but it's a whole heap of reason why it changed too as well. There's a lot of
But
reasons.
not because we are independent. We have been independent long before, and we still used to go to England without a visa. The visa is a different thing. The visa is about crime
That's
and
what I'm
having
saying.
2 million
That's time.
for doing that.
Time
Yeah.
changes. Time
But
changes.
the point I'm making though is that you bring up a good point in that probably one of the considerations of moving away is the whole argument of reparation. Probably these governments feel that if they move away in a drastic fashion, then there is no more hope for reparation. And people are still harboring thoughts that there will be some form of reparation. So probably that's one of the main reasons that they still stay until they can get that money that everybody believes and knows belong to us. Because the plantation owners were paid for us. Like the British government bought us from the plantation owners. I say, we own you, but we're setting you free. But you're free to work for us.
And probably if we had stayed to, right, if we never get independence and all of these visa changes and everything changes, we'd are still able to go there without a visa.
Yeah, but that is no guarantee.
It's no
I
guarantee.
went to England in 1981.
Mm-hmm.
And the order of the day in 1981, I think there's a man named Powell was the biggest advocate of this. So the country of United Kingdom should pay every black person to leave. Even the ones born there. No.
Yeah, but let me ask.
The country should pay them to go back home, wherever home is, and most of them have no more home because they were born there.
Yeah, that was one man talk. It never go up for an election. That was what one man talk. It never go for a vote in a parliament.
It's a big movement, but that's one man talk. But in recent times, he about the Windrush situation and all that.
Yes, it come up back again the other day. It come up back the other day again.
Never one man talk.
But let me ask you a question. Just people from Cayman going to England, them have to get a visa now?
I don't think so.
So that's what I'm saying. Maybe if we were still under the British rule, we would need it if Cayman have it. Because remember, the same Governor General back then, under the British rule, before we become independent, used to be the same Governor General that governed Cayman as well.
Yeah, but the point I'm making, when we became independent and probably 30, 40 years after, there was no consideration of a visa.
Coach.
I have been to England. I have been to England more than once, and I never needed a visa.
Yeah, but when I tell you, say, once we leave out of that house, your salary, your compensation cut in half. So things where you used to get, you get them no more. That's what I'm saying. So,
Remember, the independence was never us leaving, Independent. Okay, back to your analogy. Your analogy is that you would like to stay at home until you're 30 and 40, and your parents said, no, you're 20, you have to go. That is what independence was for us. They put us out. They encouraged us to be independent. It wasn't us that wanted to leave.
And why did they encourage us? You know why they encourage us? Because
it was better for them.
No, they realized we were getting wiser and the numbers were increasing. So they couldn't put no troop to govern us no more because we were more rebellious and defiant now. So the best thing on them have to do is feed them interest.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was because
it's the same thing happening in India.
It is always about their interest.
And them protection, they realize them can't govern us like that no more.
Right, so they give us independence, but still have a strong hold on us.
Yeah, the analogy we just use if your parents realize, say you're 30 a year old, she can't govern you like when you're 5-year-old, 10-year-old, 16 years old no more. So them are going to give you the option. You have to go
they can't govern you directly. They can't govern you directly, but they govern you indirectly.
Yes, so I'm going to tell
and
you.
That's what they have done.
You better leave, because when we tell you, boy, you have to come in at the house at 10 o'clock, you want to come in midnight, and it can't work. So better you leave, because we know we can't overpower you no more. You will push we down and come in any times.
Yeah.
Listen to me, man. I know that I'm not going to even say no. There has to be something why none of these prime ministers have gone totally away from the British monarch. Because Trinidad not out of the Commonwealth. Them still a part of.
No.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think it has to do with a number of things.
Yep.
One is what we are used to, and the kind of security. I'll put it this way now. You're out of your mother's house, but you're not going to St. Elizabeth to live or to Barbados to live. You are living down the road. If something goes wrong, you can go up and say, why, we don't have no food, and then they're going to turn you out. So our thing is survival and security.
Because you don't want to get yourself free the way how you think you're supposed to be free. So you're going to say, boy, I stay because if my mother and father have a banana tree around us, so if me need a banana, I can't get it.
Of course. That is the main thing. And again, it takes us a long time to come to anything much different from that. Because they will tell us that the world out there is tough, And the countries who say them going to help you, they're not helping you.
The Western Hemisphere is governed.
You're staying with a ready-made help. Help is always around the corner where you are now.
The bottom line
you
is...
don't know
the bottom
if you
line
move
is...
out fully.
Yeah, you hear me? The bottom line is the Western Hemisphere is governed by gangsters and their cousins. And no care how far you think you can go, because them are going to tell you, say, feed them property. Them still have a stronghold over you. And it has to be something why these guys don't run away already. If a guillotine isn't over them head, it's something. Where them know if them leave totally, the country will never progress.
That's what I'm trying to explain to you, that we have all these considerations. But the good news is that to become a republic, and that will is that we can still remain and give the impression that we are a republic, but we have not moved anywhere from the CARICOM state. I mean the British, the Commonwealth state. Because I think the Commonwealth have facilities and features that we need and that we want to be a part of. And I think that is our thing. We're grappling between going out there in the deep water by ourselves or having a mother boat. You can jump out on a small boat, but you know the big boat is there. You can always make it back to the big boat and to safety.
Mm.
And I think that is what is happening to us right now.
Or maybe
we want to get rid of the Westminster system and all of that.
Or maybe in the documentation that was signed in 1962 said that we can leave until such years. Right?
I don't know.
We just reached 58, so we're gonna leave until such years. Maybe that is there where we don't know about.
Probably 100. Yeah.
Exactly. Maybe it's stating it, say, boy, until such years, when you guys, reach years, so then you guys free to do anything you want.
I want to shift gear a little and speak about the election.
Mm-hmm. Before you go into that, hold on. Before you go into that, let's change the gear. Let's change the gear a little bit and entice our viewers and listeners with some music, and then we can come back. Okay? Just change it a little bit.
Just do it.
What a beautiful world. No matter the race, the creed, or the color. That's what he say. Oh, what a world we could be living in. Beautiful world we should be living in. Free from the sorrows and chains. Free from the drugs and the pains. Free from the shackles and the chains. Keep our mind from being insane. Oh yeah, rise up my people. Stay strong my people. Don't give up my people. Just one live up my people. For a brighter tomorrow. There's no need to beg, steal or borrow. Let love be the path to follow. Cause hatred is so easy to swallow. Oh yeah, oh what a world we could be living in. Beautiful world we should be living in. Free from the sorrows and chains. Free from the drugs and the pains. Free from the shackles and the chains. Keep our mind from being insane. Oh, what a wonderful year that is over me. Wonderful breeze that blows the trees. Wonderful birds that singing to me. Oh, what a feeling. The river is flowing fine through the cities and the gardens and the cliffs and the isles. Sun is shining bright. He made it all just to make it right. World we are living in. Beautiful world we should be living in. Free from the sorrows and chains. Free from the drugs and the pains. Free from the shackles and the chains. Keep our mind from being insane. Different races in different places. We all should be living in harmony. Different races in different places. We all should be living in harmony. To make it a world of tranquility. Unity and strength will bring stability. He made the world for you and me. Oh, what a feeling. Oh, what a world we could from the sorrows and chains, free from the drugs and the pains, free from the shackles and the chains. Keep our mind from being insane. Oh yeah, rise up, my people. Stay strong, my people. Don't give up, my people.
Beautiful people, beautiful world, the music of Tasha T. Here shall tell you, rise up, my people. You're listening to the Real Stuff Podcast with Flavius and Franco.
Yes.
You know who said it best? Let me make you hear who said it best.
Hi, this is Pam Hall, and I'm inviting you to hang out with Flavius and Franco on the Real Stuff Podcast. They're such great company.
Cho. Yes, Flavius, so we're back.
Yeah, firstly, I want to give a big shout out to the Inter-Caribbean Airlines who have just moved to the Eastern Caribbean, starting operations in the Eastern Caribbean out of Barbados a few weeks ago. So we say welcome and all the best, and I hope to be flying with you soon.
All right. A very big round of applause from Flavius.
Yeah.
They're going to be flying with them soon. Yeah, optimistic is good. We have to be optimistic because
will go away. Okay. Now, because I'm hearing that in America you can mail in your ballot or whatever. Let me ask you a question. If you go on site and vote, are you required to mark yourself to say that you have voted already?
yeah, but you see, I think you're supposed to carry that. If you don't want do it by mail and you request it. So you request it first, and it came to you. Yeah. You decide you don't want to do it by mail again. You're supposed to take that mail-in ballot with you to the polling station and hand it to somebody at the inside when you identify.
The point I'm really getting at is, how do people identify that you have already voted?
That you already voted?
Yes.
I think.
Not mailing, not mailing.
Oh, like when you walk on site and go vote?
Yeah.
Well, once you show your ID and everything and them check that off, it automatically registers in the system.
Okay, that you have voted.
Yeah.
Okay.
It automatically registers in the system. Whether you do wrong bang or not, it automatically registers in the system. Because you go through two checkpoints.
Yeah, I'm asking that question because I have a real problem with this election in Jamaica.
What's the problem?
My problem is I have not heard anybody say anything about the protocol of identify that you are vote. The normal thing is that you vote after you bring your credentials and then verify you and all that. You vote, you mark your X. You have to put your finger in a jar of ink that stays on your hand for a few days.
That's how you vote.
Even probably even longer than a few days. Now, in light of COVID, and of course, there are other disease and illnesses, I think that methodology is outdated, and it is not. It can be, put it this way, it can be a public health risk.
No, them can spray it by your finger too, you know.
No.
Why not?
I'm talking about what obtains presently. So nobody has come
But
out and
remember,
say,
you remember, not put into place yet. It's still in process. So give them
yeah,
some
but
time.
if we don't,
Give them some time
no, if we
before them
don't get,
announce it.
but if we don't get the conversation out there, that is probably something that would not be looked at.
Give them some time. You can send your weight name there to the electoral board at Jamaica, whosoever in charge, and
Yeah,
find out what's the protocol.
but the people listen to the real stuff. So if more people, the more people we have sending in and all that, will make people,
That's a good point too.
take note.
That's a good
Take
point
notice.
too. But you have to send them something that is sure. Say you did do it. Say I did it.
I will send. I will send something.
Yeah, man. You have
That's
to
what I'm
send to
talking
them.
about.
Say your concern.
Something as all around. I will find out and find all the different areas or places that I can send, because I think it's a real problem. Because they're talking about COVID people voting, other people voting, but nobody is talking about the mixing of the ink being used by so many different people, the same bottle of ink. No, there's a lot of ways around it,
Them can't.
Are any of those being considered?
Them can have even can have a box of Q-tip, dip it in the ink, put it on your finger, throw away that one, and you're gone. Cause all them need for do it go between your quick, that's it. Put it on your quick, boom, and that's that tooth pick, and another one dip. Simple as that. They can have that, they can be thinking. But June 23rd this year.
Yeah.
And
we can't wait until June 23rd.
Listen what me I said to you, you're not giving the time for talk. Listen what me I said to you. I said June 23rd at the Ancestor Choir Day celebration. A member from the Maroon tribe said, when you want things done, you talking about it and going out there and protest cannot help. You have to put it on paper. Send it or drop it off in person. So you have a record and them have a record. Them can't say you never drop it off. You never mention. You can even take that to the gleaner and say, see the date on it when I send it to them here. So that's what I'm saying to you.
That's something that you want any proof of that it was done. All you want is shot before this act.
Yeah, but it is a matter of health concern to you, because you're one of them who going to vote. And we certainly know you don't want to go and see somebody dip them finger in the ink and you don't know if the man clean and you forgot to do the same thing. No. So that's what I'm saying. Send these people who's in charge of the election. And if them not give back no answer within a couple of days, then you know, say, boy, you ask the Gleaner Company what's going on. We think these are things we the public should know about with a week or two before the election.
Yeah, but this is a forum that we can use to get the conversation started.
Good.
That's what I'm doing now.
Yeah, but we don't want the conversation. You want it to get done also. So you have to make the step and do it. People hear this going and say, okay. And then we talk about it, but we don't want them to talk about it.
I don't think so. People who hear this and who believe what I'm saying makes sense, going to start discussing it, and the more people discuss it, that's how it gets around. Sending letters and all these things, I know for a fact in Jamaica that don't work. It don't work at all.
See, that's the thing. That's the thing where I say we give
why
up.
Why you think in Jamaica? No, we don't give up. Why you think in Jamaica we have so many demonstrations and all that? It's because when you write to these people, they do not even read it.
No, but them demonstrate. That's what you see. That's what the lady was saying. When them demonstrate wrong. Them don't go to the places where them know say is the problem for them. They just demonstrate, And demonstrating alone cannot work like that. You have to demonstrate and demonstrate by dropping off a document, a letter, something that you know. Something that you know will wake them up when them see it reach at them office door or them see it reach on them desk. Demonstrating alone can't work. Demonstrate and carry the document, go drop off. And that's where we demonstrate wrong. That's what she was saying. We are demonstrating wrong.
I have no problem with that. I have no problem with that.
I remember.
But all I am doing is just making people aware that this is a consideration that we must seriously look at. Because if we don't, we might be in some serious, serious trouble. Because remember, this ink stays on you for days, probably weeks. So if it is contaminated, chances are you will get contaminated. Because you can't wash off, and you go home, you have to cook, you have to touch your face, you have to bathe. So chances are there can be transmission. So they need to do the best thing, which is have a spray bottle or something like that. That the spray bottle would be the ideal situation.
A spray bottle, a toothpick, anything. Because the Q-tips, sorry, my bad. The Q, listen a minute, the Q-tips. That's the one
I don't like that. I don't like that at all because
it's a swab.
Some people might use
what? It's a swab where you want to pull out.
Well, I know some people might use that and the next person.
No, but you are going to dispose of it, you know. You are going to pull it out of the box, dip it in the ink and put it on your quick and then dispose of it. None of them are going to pull it out and put it.
No, but some people might want to still put them finger in the ink. I don't want any ink to be there to...
Coach. It's not gonna be an open bottle jar where you're gonna push it. You just do is it's just a little tap. Push it through the wall, take it out, put it on your finger, and you're gone about your business. They're not gonna have an open jar open up like a cup.
Well, that's what they have now.
Well, since them have it, and I said use the forum and talk, but at the same time send them something so them can say, oh damn. We never even think that way, I know, see it, yeah. And then them here, so they're all over on WhatsApp and social media, you know, so at least somebody send them an email.
That is what I'm going to do. Social media, everybody's monitoring social media.
And send them the email too. Don't depend on social media alone. Send them the email.
Yeah.
So you know, say you did your part.
Well, today's my day, nomination day. That's when I'm going to nominate the institution.
All right.
Because I think that is really, really critical for even not just a peace of mind. If I go in there and I have to put me on another battle, I'm going to fight for a long time. Yep.
Well, them not have it right, so when we finish, we go vote. And when you have to dip your finger in the ink, you get a sticker you put on you. And it already check off in the system. You can't go back again and say you go vote, because them already is. Once them run your ID, it'll go show.
Is good.
It'll go show up so you vote already. Unless it's a different ID, you go carry in a different name.
Why can you do that? Why can you do that?
What, carry a different ID in a different name?
No. When you vote, it is registered in the entire system. How is that possible?
Because the paper what they give you is a computer ballot.
Yeah, but you're not getting to where
it's recorded in the system. You register to vote. It register in the system. Every location.
That can only work when you have what?
You mean?
That can only work if you have proper internet.
proper internet. No, if the internet gone, it still can go through same way.
Yes, but we don't have that type of system here. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Listen to me,
We
man.
don't have that type of system here.
Listen to me. Whatever you guys have in place, and it's
We
working.
have nothing.
It's been
We have
working.
nothing in place.
It's been
We
working.
have all we have is a manual system that has not changed.
It'll
I
work.
don't see it changing anytime soon.
It'll work, and it elect how many prime minister? 7.
Yes,
All right.
yeah, it works. Oh, yeah, it works. We have no problem with that, except that we cannot get rid of the ink as of now because we don't have a system like yours where we can replace it. I mean, those days are coming, but they haven't arrived yet.
Well, now you have your work cut out for you, because this you have to go make sure say, you start get this. Hey, you're a computer programmer, so start write one that you think can stay in place and present it,
Yeah.
and even give them a demonstration of it. That's
On
what
the
you need to
third,
do.
I should be able to wake up, pick up my phone, vote, and go back to sleep.
Pick up your phone. Nah.
That now
Yeah.
happen. That will never happen. You will never live to see that happen.
That one did not go happen, brother. Phone in ballot, you know what people in a phone in, all babies in a car lead.
No, man, no, not phony. Not that way. Not phony. You go for the site and you vote. Don't tell you people over there. You can vote like that yet.
What? Go on a site?
The website and click a button and you vote.
They only did it in one election, and that was I think it was the 2018 election because of hurricane that tore up some part up on the Panhandle up in Florida.
Yeah.
But it was just like a certain section. It was a tried, so they don't know how effective it was. So yeah, but that was the only time it happened.
Mm-hmm.
And then vow said it will never happen again. So, but anyway, we have to get out of here because I want to go vote now. So I give you a minute for wrap up.
Well, today is nomination day in Jamaica. Trinidad had their election last week, and Florida is voting today. So everything is all around governance and selecting governance to administrate, each of these countries or territories or whatever. So in the middle of the pandemic, people are asking, what is with this election thing? Why do we need election now? Fighting for our lives. But people want to know who's in charge, who has the power, and all these things. So, I don't know. But it's a reality, and we have to deal with it. And we need to be safe when we do it. I mean, they're talking about the whole voting process, the social distancing, and all that stuff. But I am very interested in this technical aspect of marking yourself that you have voted. I think that also should be done in a safe way. So remember, today's nomination day. Be safe, everybody. You social distance. Stay home if you don't have to go out, and keep safe and be disciplined. What is really getting us in trouble is our respect for each other and not maintaining the accepted protocols. I think that is really, really, really bad that we are doing that. Not dealing with that in the best interest of all of us. And people who are coming in, people just coming in and they don't follow any protocol. You know, they don't quarantine. They know that they have to have 2 weeks, but they only come for a week. How can that work? And they leave the country in a really, really, really bad way. You know, where COVID is flying around all over the place. We need to stop it. Wherever you are in the world, stay where you are. Don't bring that thing down to give to your families and friends. Keep it up there, please. We beg you, please. So until tomorrow, take it away, Franco.
Yes, so as always, remember, take care of yourself, your loved one, and always remember that prayer do changes things regardless of what religion you belong to. You must pray and continue pray. Tafina to take us out.
Well, unfortunately, this is it. Till next time. Bless.
All you gotta do is just speak. One word is enough, and I'm no longer so rough. I forget what I was trying to say. I no longer do what I was gonna do, but you're no good for me. That's why me know what set me if it could flee. Me I fi take away me say. Me I fi take away me say. Me I fi hide like a thief in the night. Me I fi get out of sight. Me I fi take away myself. I fi take away myself. I have to utilize I wings. Shorty I clean her eyes. I said, yeah. I find you very hard to resist. But this relationship I'm gonna desist. But how can I face you when all I wanna do is just taste you? I know you think I play me, I play, but soon you're gonna see the light of day. Just relax, don't move an inch. I'll be gone in a pinch. May I feel take away myself. May I feel take away myself. May I feel hide like a thief in the night. May I feel get out of sight. May I feel take away myself. Take away myself. I have to utilize I will. Show the eye a clean pair of heels. I say, been there, done that, don't need it again, yeah. I'm not the masochist who won't play your game, yeah. To all you move, you off me way to the core. Sayonara, the hot girl gone through the door. Take away ourselves.
Well, unfortunately, this is it. Till next time. Bless. Well, unfortunately, this is it. Till next time. Bless.